Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at fluent speech and linking for might have been and might have in general. So this is a common combination of words. For example, I might have been. We tend to contract might have to might have. Basically, we lose the HA and we contract it. We might not write it this way, might have, like we do other contractions like I've and we've, but we will say it this way, I might have been. Because we have the T at the end, when we drop that H and we go to the vowel sound, might have, of, this A vowel becomes more of a schwa. And so my T linking to the schwa becomes a flap. So it sounds like might have. So for example, I might have been there. I might have been too busy. I might have been happy. I might have been thinking about that. Or I might have seen it. I might have seen her. I might have seen something. And then, so the reason I wrote different prepositions here is when you're trying to practice might have, being able to say it in fluent speech, you want to use it in some different contexts. So filling in the blank, I might have been, I might have seen, I might have done is one strategy. You can also do I might have been, you might have been, he might have been, it might have been, we might have been, they might have been. Lots of repetition and practice on these common combinations will mean that you're more likely to use this correctly when you're trying to speak in fluent speech. When we add had, I might have had, I can say it the same way, I might have had, but we may also reduce on the had as well, in which case it would sound like might have had, I might have had done it. I might have had, so had can also get reduced where the a becomes an and the h gets lost. It kind of depends on the context. I might have had time. I might have had time. So that's another way. I might have had, or I might have had time. I might have had time. Probably easier to stick with had here, but that is a possibility as well that we often reduce and link for the word had as well. And then when we're using the negative, I might not have, again, we tend to reduce and cut the first part of have, changing it to not of, I might not have. Same thing where the T is then linking to the schwa of the of, and it sounds like might not have. But in this case, notice how might have, that T flaps. When I'm doing might not, instead of flapping this T, I have an unreleased T. That's because when the T is followed by a consonant sound, we typically just don't let that T out. Might not, rather than might not. So in this case, might, I'm going to mark it this way. The T is there. This vowel is short, might not. We release right into the N. I might not have. So I'll write it with the vowel as an ah there. Not of. So I might not have known that. I might not have done it right. I might not have heard her correctly. I might not have thought that. So I might have, I might not have. Yeah, okay. So watch for some additional videos coming for some quick practice for these. I may also make a video where I'm talking about these words and showing you examples of native speakers. You may have seen in our Real Talk series and in our Fluent Speaking series, we have a lot of new videos showing examples of real speech so that you can hear lots of different models. Of course, you can follow my practice videos and practice with me, but sometimes it's helpful to hear real clips from TV and movies from real people speaking, and to kind of convince your mind that we really do say might have and might not have. When you hear lots of people saying it in real speech, it becomes more natural. And as you're hearing people say that, your brain is seeing might not have and might have. When you get used to looking at the written words versus how the spoken speech actually sounds, that helps your brain match those two up and typically makes you feel more comfortable using these same fluent contractions that native speakers do, the same linking and the same reductions. So it's a great way to kind of see it visually and then practice it, feel more comfortable using it, and have it help you be more fluent and natural when speaking English. If you have questions about this topic, if you have other words you'd like to see, how do they really get pronounced in fluent speech, feel free to leave that in the comments. Of course, you can also leave your other requests and questions for pronunciation of words, American accent, other things related to fluent English speaking in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I do go through those and respond, give you answers, and share resources for you. As I mentioned, I have a full playlist of fluent speech practice. We have our quick practice videos and then our teaching and practice videos. And we have an online course called Real Talk on our website, speechmodification.com, where we walk through all these types of patterns, teach you how to use this technique, using TV and movies to listen for the real connections in speech and to be able to practice in an advanced way to have that fluent speech yourself. So check that out on our website. It's speechmodification.com, and it's our advanced course, Real Talk. I hope you'll enjoy that. Thanks so much for watching this video. For your feedback, comments, suggestions, liking and sharing. All of those things help the channel to grow, and I truly appreciate your support. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, and on Saturday we'll have our live question and answer class. I hope to see you there. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye everyone. Hope to see you again soon.